Hello, Miss Rosa. My name is Claresta Irvanti, and now I would like to explain you about the Bill of Rights based on what I know and also based on my searching in Google. So, the first I would like to let you know about the Bill of Rights of in 1689. So, is it the law was first promulgated in 1689 and was accepted in the British Parliament. While Bill of Rights was a quarter of human rights issues during the George Washington administrations for the Declarations of Rights as well as names for the 10 amendments in American constitutions meant to protect the native rights of freedom and also property. So the title of Bill of Rights was first introduced by James Madison in the American Congress in the first 1789 is as a series legislative articles that were later adopted by the House of Representatives on August 21 in 1789 as well. So, Bill of Rights here is based on 10 amendments in the American constitutions, and I would like to explain you one by one. So the first it is state that law is not to sponsor religion or prohibit the exercise of freedoms and religions and speech and the right of people to gather peacefully and also petitions. So in this statement that the First Amendment is ordered to government not to be interested in the ideology and also warn the government to be interested in allowing religious and freedom to flourish, whether the result was to produce Catholics, Jews, or Protestants, or to convert people to Buddhists, or end up in a Muslim, or to produce in the long run such as atheists. And these freedoms include freedoms from religions with the right to believe, speak, write, publish, and also advocate anti-religious programs. And the second statement is it state that in all criminal prosecutions, the defendants has the right to a quick and also open a trial by a neutral jury from the state and district where the crime was committed. So, this right as an additional right supporting the natural rights of self-defense and also resistance to operations and also the civil obligations to act together in defense of themselves. And for the third, the amendments is it state that a militia must be regulated properly for the sake of creating security from all free nations, and there must be no restrictions on the right of the people to choose and use weapons. So in this right or in this in the third amendment stands to safeguard how the people in US or in America in using weapons as their right to have weapons in defending themselves. And for the fourth amendments is it state that the right of people to feel secure in their being, in their homes, in their written records, and their property from unreasonable search and seizures will not be violated, and court orders will not be issued unless there are possible reasons supported by reinforcements and special or governments, and specifically the place to be searched as well as the people or items to be confiscated. So based on what I know from the fourth amendments here, in this right, is it possible for the people that they have the right to protect them from video examinations as well as counter prosecutions that can be felt when they are in trouble or when they are troubling. And now we move to the fifth amendment. So is it state that no one must be held responsible for a crime that could be sentenced to death or imprisonment except based on submissions or accusations from a grand jury, except in case or originating from land or sea force in the militia while serving in the war or during service public dangers, nor can anyone be charged with the same offense so that is faced with the threat of capital punishments that or imprisonments, nor does it have to be in every case of a crime to be a self-incriminating witness, nor is it denied the right to life, freedom, or ownership of property without due process of law, nor with the private property be taken in the public interest without accompanied by fair compensations. And for number 6 amendment, is it state that in all criminal prosecutions, the defendant has the right to a quick and open trial by a neutral jury from the state and district in which the crime was committed, and the district has been confirmed by law and is informed of the nature and cause of the allegations, confront with the witnesses who incriminated themselves as the process is provided for the acquisitions of witnesses who relieve themselves and have the assistance of a lawyer for his defense. So in this, right, is it more into it to the people in US while in court, as well as crimes received by them, which the state will or the government will protect them who deserve to be protected. And now we move to the 7th amendment. So in this amendment state that in case based on common law where the amount paid is more than $20, the right to be tried by a jury must be maintained, and no facts that have been tried by a jury may be reviewed in another court in the United States except following the rules of popular law. And also in number 8 amendments state that an excessive security deposit will not be required, nor will excessive fines be imposed, nor will cruel and extraordinary penalties are imposed. So this amendment refers more to the justice reserved for those who are guilty, where the punishment they receive must be under the existing acts or the existing actions. And number 9 is it state that mentions in the constitutions about certain rights should not be considered as a rejections or neglect of other rights owned by the people. So the 9th amendment here played a role in U.S. constitutional law, and until in the 1980s was often considered forgotten or irrelevance by many legal academics actually. And the last amendments is it state that the power that is not delegated to the United States by the constitutions, and also there is not prevent from the state is reserved for the state or handed over the people. So yeah, that's the 10th amendments that happens or that stated in the Bill of Rights in America. And that's all about my explanations. Thank you very much for your nice attention, Mirosa.